I wish I could come with you.
This is one journey we all must make alone, Mardana.
At least I'll be here to bury your body.
Hey, my father was born a Hindu. We cremate the body.
Look, tonight you Muslims lay flowers on my left side, Hindus on the right. Whichever flowers remain fresh in the morning, they will tell you what is to be done.
He died in that inky blackness just before dawn, when the air is like nectar. He was born at that hour as well. I grew up in the same village as Nanak, so I often heard tell how the stars sang at his birth. Maybe that was why Nanak loved to sing. I could always see God's light in his eyes. And so could his sister, Nanaki. But not everyone could see it.
Do you want to be late on your first day?
Can't I go to school, Papa?
You're a girl.
Hi. So can I go?
You're a Muslim, Mardana. This is a school for Hindu boys. Nanak! Stop! They are untouchables!
I only want to learn about God.
Nanak!
Let Nanak teach us.
On the paper of faith, with the pen of your heart, write the thoughts God inspires you to think. Oh. You write what I tell you to write. Out!
Nanak! Doing nothing again.
I'm trying to understand God.
We are Hindus. Many gods show us the way.
No, only one. He, though God, is not male or female.
Empty words. Now I have a word for you. Work!
Papa!
Shh. You can look after my cows.
Nanak loved his work, even when he grew up. It allowed him to think about God, which he never stopped doing, just as he never stopped driving his father crazy.
Nanak!
Father, I was thinking, all the things we do wrong, God forgives us.
He'd better, because I won't. You have let my cows ruin a poor man's crop. How will I feed my children or pay my rent, sir? You lazy, worthless boy! It's a miracle.
Kalu, Nanak has been touched by God.
Ha!
Why has God done my work? Because he wants me to do his?
Nanak?
Heaven is calling me.
What kind of God would ask you to leave your wife, your two babies?
A God who says we should not put our own needs at the center of our lives.
How do you know what God says?
I look into my heart, Sulakhni.
Don't go. With you, I feel like I'm queen of the whole world.
I will think of you every day. Every day you shall be queen.
I went with him. Well, how could he make his hymns without me to make the music? We went first to his sister Nanaki in Sultanpur. Her husband found Nanak a job as a storekeeper, but he gave away food to the poor.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
With God's help.
This must be what God chose you for.
Is it?
Nanak thought about God all the time. In the morning, in the inky blackness just before dawn, he would go to the river to pray. Nanak, where are you?
It is time for you to begin the work for which you were born. Go, Nanak. Spread love. Glorify my name. Destroy hypocrisy.
Nanaki, it's been 3 days.
He can't be dead.
Be merciful as I am merciful. My name is God, and you are my divine Guru. God is neither Hindu nor Muslim. So whose path shall I follow? I shall follow God's path.
So Nanak followed God's path, from India to Arabia to Persia.
Truth above all. Above truth, truthful conduct. If you do something, do it well. Do not cheat. Do not lie.
When I heard there was a holy man in town, I had my servants prepare a feast.
Will you share my bread?
Did you earn your bread by honest work?
Yes.
Eat my food, Guru.
Your bread is earned by the blood of those who do your work for you. He who eats what he earns by hard work and gives with his own hand, he alone knows the true way of life. You know you can't take your money with you, but you can take your good deeds. Feed the hungry, clothe the naked, house the poor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Go on.
Thank you.
She's an untouchable. Now you will have to purify yourself.
Because I touched her? God made her, and God's spark is in her.
We weren't the only people traveling from nation to nation in those days. The armies of the powerful Emperor Babur were advancing through India, bringing fear and panic wherever they went. Even Nanak was taken prisoner.
This king is a butcher. Cruelty is his knife, Mercy has fled into the night. A lion falling upon helpless children. All this slaughter, this weeping, does it not move you? You do not fight fair, Emperor. God has seen what you have done here today.
Have mercy on me, man of God.
Then show mercy.
The emperor did. He set free 1,000 prisoners that day.
Mardana, why has God set me free?
So that you can go on spreading his word.
Actions speak louder than words. I have told the world how to live. Now, I must show them.
So Nanak created a village, a place in which everyone's bread brought forth milk, not blood. And he called the place Kartarpur, Creator's town. And when the fields were gold with the first harvest, he brought our families to Kartarpur.
At last.
Where shall we sit?
Here,
Here. I'm their Guru's father.
we are all children of the same father, man or woman, rich or poor, Hindu or Muslim.
What do you think?
This place is like the ocean.
The ocean?
The fish does not understand how great the sea is. But without it, he will die. The people here do not understand how great God is.
But without him, they would die. Wonderful words, Tripta.
Your son's words.
I think I have been a fool. Nanak also said, the things we do wrong, God forgives us. I hope he is right. Of course he is right. He is the Guru. I'm the old fool.
The time came for Nanak and me to grow old. Nanak had been chosen to speak God's words, to teach his truths. Now God chose again. Lana would be God's Guru, would speak God's words when Nanak had gone. He died in that inky blackness just before dawn, when the air is like nectar. We laid the flowers just as he had told us to, Muslims on the left, Hindus on the right. When dawn broke, every bloom was as fresh as if it had just been picked. But Nanak was not there. What fools we were! Hadn't Nanak told us long ago, there is no Hindu, no Muslim, only God's path laid out before us, waiting for us to tread it, carrying us home.
In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful.
I can tell you exactly what happened. It was my job to record the words given to Muhammad, peace be upon him, and to observe what he did.
Down there, that's where he lived. The city of Mecca. It was a terrible place in those days. Not safe for man or woman or child.
It was a frightening place, but it all changed. I lived in Muhammad's house, and I saw for myself what he did.
It all began here, in this cave. He'd come up here when he wanted peace, time to think. Ever since he talked about that night, I've tried to imagine it. He was alone, praying, here somewhere in the darkness. Then he heard the voice of the angel Gabriel commanding him to recite. I cannot recite, Muhammad said. The angel took hold of him and said, recite after me. But Muhammad could not. Recite, said the angel. Recite in the name of God who creates mankind, who teaches with the pen, who teaches mankind what they do not know. And Muhammad recited the words that the angel had taught him. Afterwards, he said, it was as though the words were written on his heart.
He came rushing home, came in shaking and sweating. He was afraid that he was possessed by strange spirits.
He soon realized that it was truly the word of God filling his heart, and he had to take those words and give them to the world. The holy place, the Kaaba. It had been surrounded by hundreds of idols, false gods. The whole place was rotten, noisy, drunken, dangerous. Men were cheated, women abused, children were treated like animals.
It was like the world had lost its way. God was telling Muhammad to put things right.
He inspired us. His honesty, his love, his goodness. He had learned the words of God and he taught them to us. I wrote down every word. You can read it for yourself. The Quran, our holy book. It was very hard in those early days. Once we came out in the open, life was dangerous. We had stones thrown at us. We were beaten up. Muhammad himself, peace be upon him, had animals' guts thrown over him while he was praying. Another time, he was nearly murdered.
And all because we believed in one God and spoke out against the idols. I remember seeing Abu Bakr, Muhammad's friend. His face, it was so smashed up, blood everywhere. And people were tortured.
People were dying, you know. Dying because of what they believed. Once I saw they melted iron in a great pot and poured the molten iron over a man. Just because he was a Muslim. I was lucky. I survived. They tied me down on the burning sand. All I could see was the sun. And they piled rocks on me. Huge rocks. Crashing down on my chest. And they left me there. Hour after hour. Many times this happened to me. But I would recite the Quran, and that gave me strength.
In the end, we were on our own. We had to live in a ghetto outside the city walls. No one could do business with us or give us food or water. But some people took pity on us. At night, sometimes they would send a camel with food and drink. A camel in secret, alone in the dark. People wanted to help us, but they were too frightened to do it openly.
God told Muhammad that we should leave Mecca. Many Muslims went to Medina, a city several days' journey to the north.
There were very few of us left in Mecca. Muhammad, of course, and Abu Bakr, some other women, and myself. We were still in a house the night the enemy closed in.
He's in the house.
We've been watching. You are all prepared.
They waited outside the house all night. But God hid Muhammad from their sight, and he and Abu Bakr escaped from Mecca.
Follow them. They'll have gone north. That's where all the Muslims have gone. Quickly! Yalla, امشي!
Muhammad was no fool. He headed south, not north. And he told me to follow his camel with my head of sheep. Made his tracks harder to follow, you see. But the others, they were not fools either. They were after him pretty quickly.
That way! The cave of Thor. That's where they'll be.
No one has been in there for days.
So Muhammad's enemies were fooled. God had spun his protection over Muhammad, and on he went to Medina.
We were only boys then, but we'd heard so much about him. Everyone wanted Muhammad to come and live near them.
So Muhammad said he would let his camel, Kaswa, choose. Wherever Kaswa stopped, that's where Muhammad would make his home.
The camel stopped at our guardian's house, and it was on our land that Muhammad later built his mosque. We wanted to give the land to Muhammad,
but he made us take money.
The honor would have been enough to give something, to be a helper to Muhammad.
Muhammad led us in building the first mosque. He worked with us, shoulder to shoulder, stone by stone. He taught us to live according to the way of God, to treat all people fairly. We learned to wash ourselves before prayer, to fast in the month of Ramadan.
When the mosque was ready, it was time for us to summon people to prayer.
I was so proud to call the people. I'd go up near the mosque and call the people to worship.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah.
The peace couldn't last, of course. Muhammad's work wouldn't be done until the idols had fallen and Mecca was a city of Islam. And in the end, we had to fight. There was a caravan of camels traveling near Mecca, loaded with gold and spices. The people in Mecca said we were planning to ambush the caravan. It was just an excuse to attack us. We had 300 men against 1,000. But we had God. Our armor was in our hearts, not on our bodies. That first battle, we won. But a year later, we suffered a defeat. Muhammad himself was wounded. He'd have been killed if Abu Dujana hadn't shielded him with his body. This battle taught us many things.
I helped to bury the dead. men I'd known for many years. They died for God and they were blessed by him.
The third and final battle came. The Meccan army had cut us off. We'd been surrounded for a month. But God sent a great storm that overturned their fires, smashed down their tents, and drove them off into the night. We had beaten the Meccan army, but we had another 4 years of struggle before Muhammad led us into Mecca. Muhammad's dream had come true. He was back in the holy place, the Kaaba, and the day of the idols was over. There was much more work to be done, the word of Allah to be spread all through Arabia and far beyond that. And not long before he died, Muhammad made a speech on the plain of Arafat. Thousands of people came to hear him. He said, "Listen to me, O people, for I do not know whether I shall speak to you again. Do not hurt anyone, as you would wish others not to hurt you. Look after the poor and give them the clothes from your own backs. You men, you must treat women well, for they are your helpers. I leave behind me 2 things, the Quran and what I have shown you by my example. If you follow these guides, you will not fail. Have I faithfully delivered God's message to you?" He had done all that God had wanted him to do. Soon after that, he died.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
The greatest man in the world was dead. The man who had led me to God. There was great sadness. But we knew Muhammad was only a messenger. We had the Quran. Muhammad was dead, but Allah is alive. For Allah can never die.
I found it! Is this really where he was born?
This is the place. 2,500 years ago. He became known throughout the world as Confucius. But he was born Kung Chu to a girl who was only 15 years old. She was called Chung Tsai, and, according to legend, shortly before she gave birth, a unicorn came to visit her. It carried in its mouth a small piece of jade. "Your child shall be king, but he shall have no crown."
What did the saying mean, Mother?
It was foretelling the future. When Kung Chu was born, China was an unhappy and war-torn land. It was ruled by a king, but had many dukes and lords who were all trying to attack each other.
The city is ours! Heaven has given us victory! Take no prisoners!
Little is known of Confucius' father. Some say he was a noble warrior who did many brave things in battle. True or not, we know his father died when Confucius was very young. The young Kang Chu grew up respecting his elders, and with his mother, keeping the family traditions.
Let us pray to our ancestors, Kang Chu. Do you know why we do this?
In the wisdom of the past lies the hope of the future.
You are wise, my son, and are learning well.
I am the mighty Lord Chung, come to take your city. And I am the Duke's bravest warrior, come to take your life. Ow! Play with us, Kang Chu. There is too much killing and war in our land already.
A few years later, he developed a passion for music.
Forgive me. I just wanted to listen.
I am without sight, my son. Step forward.
Will you teach me to play?
Raise your hands. They are large. You will find it hard.
I didn't ask for it to be easy. I asked to learn.
But after many months of struggle, Kang Chu began to master the instrument.
You have learnt well, young master.
I have learnt the music, my master, but not the mind of the one who composed it.
I cannot see your face, Kang Chu, but I can see you are wise, well beyond your years.
By the age of 19, Confucius was given an important position at the court of the ruling baron in his home state of Lu. But there was injustice everywhere, and the people were unhappy. Confucius would petition the baron on their behalf.
I can't pay. Tell him if he doesn't, I'll double what he owes.
My lord, he cannot pay what he does not have. Why not simply reduce his share?
What?
If my wise lord were to tax the people less, they would be more content. And if they were more content, they would produce more. And if they produced more, then my lord's share would be greater than the little he gets from them now. Would it not?
You are shrewd as well as wise, Kang Chu. You should be a teacher, not a keeper of records.
Which before long is what he became.
We must remember our ancestors and the ancient rituals handed down to us. If we forget those, we forget everything.
Ah! Surely, Master, are not the rites of our ancestors just old-fashioned traditions?
No, this is what is wrong in our land. The present comes from the past, and the two must always be in step.
Forgive me, Master. I wish to learn, but I have no money.
To learn, you must question. And to question, you must be here. Bring me what you can. But now sit and let us continue.
And as the years passed, his fame spread, and many wished to learn of his ideas. But it remained a troubled land, where the sword, not justice, ruled, and the people suffered greatly.
My lord, it's all I have!
Silk, my lord, the finest silk.
More! Bring me more!
Duke Ting ruled the state now. He sought advice from Confucius.
They ride in. They take what they want. How shall we protect ourselves from these greedy barons?
The people must become strong, my lord.
The people are weak.
Sooner or later our city will be taken from us.
Then they must have a governor who is strong. If their ruler is just, the people will respect him. And if he wins their respect, their hearts will follow. No one will stand against them then, not even the evil barons.
And so Duke Ting put the wise teacher in charge of running the state, which grew from strength to strength. The evil barons had to make other plans.
I say we burn their villages.
I say we poison their rivers.
No. We need to be cleverer than that.
I have it.
I have it too.
We'll burn their villages.
And poison their rivers.
We must destroy the friendship between Duke Ting and this famous teacher. Your wise teacher doesn't seem to approve, my lord.
We have brought gifts for the Duke. Will you not celebrate with us?
I would rather celebrate the trust of the people than the gifts of their enemies.
You have insulted my guests.
I feel no longer welcome in my own home. And if I am not welcome, I would rather wander until I find a place where I am.
Master, I want to come with you.
So do I.
I do too.
Then let us go forward together.
Master!
If it is the will of heaven that I teach justice to my people, what can even 100 warriors do to me?
And the teacher wandered wherever anyone would hear him, and he taught any who would listen. For 13 long years, the master wandered and taught. And eventually the master returned again to his home state of Lu.
Duke Ting is dead, my master. Welcome home.
And, in returning, he hoped he could at last do some good.
I demand to be heard!
These taxes are too high! All you do is sit there and fill your bellies!
But it was not to be.
You are like the wind, and they are like the grass. If you would only become the breeze of good intention, they would surely bend to your example.
Feeling that he could change nothing, and that his words always fell on deaf ears, the master withdrew to a life of reading poetry and teaching the ancient traditions and rites of his people.
What lies beyond it? No, no, you are quite wrong. I am neither wise nor a sage. I am merely a man who struggles for virtue and who will never give up teaching it.
What is virtue, Master?
Virtue is hunger, my friend. A hunger for what is true and right, and to love your fellow human beings. All our traditions and rites begin and end in this.
Finally, age 73, his health failed him. But legend says that before he died, the unicorn of his birth, was brought to him.
It was in the forest. What does this mean, Master?
The unicorn is a sign of peace. Its death is a sign that I have failed.
Failed, Master? You have said so much to so many.
But who has listened? There is still conflict in the land. Who has listened?
Where are we now, Mother?
The forest of Confucius. One tree was planted for each of his friends and followers.
It's a very big forest.
He had many friends.
The unicorn was right. He was like a king without a crown. Did he fail in what he tried to do, Mother?
All those years ago, and we still have his words. All these trees, and they are still growing. What do you think, my son?
Where's Ananda?
He's in the shed, crying. He thinks you're going to die.
Go and get him. Oh, I'm tired, Kisagutami, and my body feels like an old cart held together with straps. Ananda, all of us sooner or later have to leave what we love. But Master, I am not ready for you to die. You don't need me. I've told you all I can, and what I've told you is like the ocean. The further you go in, the deeper it gets. But I can hardly swim yet. Then let's start together at the shore. When we die, we are reborn. Our good actions in one life are rewarded in the next. When I was reborn into this life, my father, King Suddhodana, had the highest hopes for me.
Wise Asita, is Prince Gautama destined for greatness?
This child has all the signs of a great being. He has lived many lives, each more noble and truthful than the last. He will become either a great ruler or a teacher of great truths.
What will decide it?
He will decide.
I want him to be a great king like me. And I think he will have no need to leave this palace.
My father created a perfect world for me for over 20 years.
The prince will take his walk along this path today. Make sure there are no dead flowers.
Your Highness.
The prince's horse is lame, Your Highness.
Then stable him elsewhere until he recovers. This is something the prince need not know about.
Father gave me everything I could possibly desire. I had no need to ask for anything, but There were some things that even my father couldn't control.
Prepare the horses. I'd like to take a ride. In all these years, Channa, I've never gone beyond that wall. Who has painted his hair white? Why does he move so slowly? Is it a dance?
He is old.
What is old?
It happens to all of us in time. The skin dries, the hair loses its color, and the body becomes weak. That is old.
It happens to all of us? I don't like his singing.
He's not singing. He is sick and in pain.
What is sick?
His body is complaining. All bodies, rich or poor, ignorant or wise, can feel this way.
All bodies can feel this way? How can he sleep with all that noise around him?
This is a dead man. He is not asleep. His life has gone.
Is this the only dead man in the world?
I'm afraid not, my prince. Death comes to every living thing.
Take me back, Channa.
My son, I've got wonderful news for you.
Why didn't you tell me about life outside?
I wanted the palace to be your life always. I wanted you to be happy.
And I was. But now I can't ever be happy again.
Of course you can.
Knowing that you, my dear father, will die. That my wife may get sick. That Channa and I will grow old and weak.
This is not the time to think about death. I have wonderful news. You have a son.
I have a son.
He was beautiful. And of course I wanted to be glad, but now I knew that he too would have to suffer sickness, old age, and finally death.
What are you?
A seeker
Of what?
of the only thing in life that doesn't wither and die.
And what is that?
Truth.
And have you found it?
Not yet. But since leaving home and giving everything away, I've felt more at peace.
I'm not free to leave the palace. I have a duty to my father's kingdom.
But if you seek and find the truth, your kingdom will be infinitely greater.
I decided to leave that night. And like you, Ananda, I cried. It is painful to be separated from those you love. But I knew that when I had found what I was looking for, I would return to share it with them. Channa took me to the forest, and I exchanged my palace clothes for simple ones. I cut my hair, and then told Channa to tell my father that from now on, I would live without a home, in search of perfect peace of mind. I spent a year with 2 elderly masters of meditation. They helped me to calm and train my mind. But I knew I hadn't found what I was looking for. I moved on. I met 5 other men, all about my age. They too were searching.
I have studied meditation with 2 masters, but we sat in the shade.
Pushing our bodies to the limits gives us spiritual energy.
When you deny your body what it most wants, you set your mind free for higher things. I desire comfort and warmth.
And he loves to talk.
I desire sleep.
What do you desire most?
I always seem to be hungry.
Well then, You know what you must do without.
I starved myself for 6 years. By the end, I was eating 3 sesame seeds a day. And yet, the only thing that I could be certain about was that I was close to death. As I prepared to die, I thought of my son and remembered a moment when I was about his age, the meaning of which I suddenly understood. It was the palace ploughing match. Everyone else was watching a festival, but I was seeing something different. Sweating men and animals, blind milk-white grubs being exposed to the sun, cutworms and insects. Everyone else was enjoying themselves, but I saw just suffering and death. I sat there for a long time, feeling very still. Only in that stillness could I see how things really were. This memory filled me with energy. If I had already felt something of the peace I was seeking when just a child, well-fed and clothed, then I certainly did not need to starve myself to find it again. I decided to eat properly once more. Much to the disgust of my companions.
I shall not get up from here until I found the truth I'm seeking. That special awareness, enlightenment.
But the mind has a terrible enemy. His name is Mara, and he seeks to tempt and destroy. First, he sent his beautiful daughters.
Tempt him, distract him, make him desire you.
Mara knew that if I found enlightenment, I would go on to tell others how to escape his evil power. I had to find that moment of stillness again.
So, you ignore my daughters. Well, you shall feel the fury of my army. Be plagued by your worst nightmare, Gautama! Do you think you are ready for supreme enlightenment? Gautama, are you so sure you have it in you? Supreme enlightenment. Gautama, are you worthy enough?
But as I touched the earth spoke.
He is worthy.
And I saw my hundreds of past lives. And I saw how what I had done in one life influenced the next. I saw life as a wheel. For some, always moving upwards. For others, always falling downwards. There was no escape from the wheel of birth, death, and rebirth. And no escape from the 3 poisons: hate, greed, and stupidity that kept the wheel turning. I realized that whether your life is easy or hard, you can't escape death. But suddenly, what I'd been searching for was revealed to me. If I did not fear death, death had no power. Watching the moon that long night, I slowly understood that the way to avoid suffering was to free yourself from wanting anyone or anything, and to be ready always to give and receive. I had found enlightenment. I had become a Buddha, an awoken one.
Grandpa, why does it take so long for the sun to go down?
Oh, well, why do birthdays take so long to arrive, but appointments at the dentist come too fast? It's the mystery of time.
But why can't we eat the Passover meal now? Why do we have to wait until sunset?
We wait because this night is different from every other night for all the Jewish people. When I was 8, I too waited for the sun to go down. It was the middle of the Second World War, and the Nazis had sent millions of Jews into concentration camps. Those of us who hadn't been murdered were dying of hunger. The place...
Outside! All of you!
Where I celebrated the Passover meal at your age was called Auschwitz.
How could such things happen?
I have many answers for your questions, but no answer for that one. All I know is there has been evil in the world for a long time, and there has been good. Thousands of years ago, the Jewish people were known as Hebrews or Israelites, and they had been slaves in Egypt for generations.
I see these Hebrew slaves stretching to the horizon.
Thousands of Hebrew warriors. They will rise up and destroy my kingdom.
The Pharaoh ordered all the boy children to be thrown into the river Nile. But one mother fooled the Egyptians.
Moses?
Yes, Moses. He was found by the Pharaoh's daughter. She brought him up in the palace, and he watched his own people suffer.
Why are you torturing my people?
Your people?
I am a Hebrew. I will always be a Hebrew.
I obey the king of Egypt. I don't listen to Hebrews.
Ugh!
But Moses couldn't stay in Egypt. He knew that soon Pharaoh and the soldiers would be after him. Moses waited in the wilderness for years.
I hate waiting.
You think Moses didn't? He waited till he was 80 years old. Sometimes it takes a long time for a person to learn how to listen to God.
Moses, I am the God of your fathers, and I have seen the suffering of my people. I will free them. I will guide them into a new land.
Freedom for my people?
But I have chosen you to be their leader.
Me? But they will say, who sent you to us?
I am who I am. Say this to the people of Israel. I am has sent you.
The new Pharaoh was just as cruel. He would not let the Israelites go. So, God sent terrible plagues against Pharaoh. But still, Pharaoh refused to obey him. Last of all, God sent his angel of death. That was when Moses told the people to prepare a meal and paint a sign on every door, so the angel of death would pass over. The first Passover meal. Judgment fell on the evil of Pharaoh. Even his own son fell sick and died. Then he let the people go. Every time you eat this meal, you are there with the children of Israel.
Escaping into the desert.
You see this bowl of salt water? Where we dip our herbs and eggs at Passover? This is like the tears of all the Israelites. For soon, Pharaoh changed his mind and chased after them.
Why have you brought us into the desert to die?
There's no hope.
Don't be afraid. Stand still.
Stand still?
God will fight for you. Don't move. Just watch.
Do you know, my dear, for the first few months in that desert, people did nothing but complain.
There's no food here.
What shall we say to the people? Go and fill your stomachs with sand?
I will send bread from heaven. Then the people will know that I am their God.
How lovely! Food from the sky.
What is it?
It's sweet, like honey.
Oh, is that how it really was? Bread falling from the sky?
Who knows? It appeared on the ground like frost. They called it manna from heaven.
So after that, the people were happy forever.
Happy forever? Are you joking? Oh.
Water!
We need water. Give us water.
Where is this God?
Why should I lead these ungrateful people to freedom?
Moses, Moses, I will stand beside you at the rock of Horeb. Take your staff and strike the rock. Before all the people, there will be streams of water flowing in the desert.
Behold the power and the everlasting love of the Lord your God.
The Israelites had to be patient, wait for God.
Waiting's hard, especially when you're hungry or thirsty. Some things just take forever.
Forever is short compared to how it seemed when Moses disappeared.
Disappeared?
Now we have no leader, no God.
We must wait. We've got to trust him.
So where is this great God of Moses?
We don't even know where Moses is.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. No one saw or heard from Moses because he was walking alone with God, gazing on the holy commandments, which God himself was writing in stone.
Moses is dead. Let's find a new leader.
Leader? Let's find a new God.
Don't you fear the anger of the God of Israel, the one who led us out of Egypt?
Aaron, you make us a God we can all see.
Perhaps they're right. My brother Moses is dead.
Aaron, no! No! Believe!
So, you want a new God?
Yes!
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 Give me your jewelry. Your earrings. Give me all your gold.
They put their faith in a lump of gold.
Oh God, come down! Save us!
What is this?
It's Moses. Moses.
He's back.
Back from the dead.
You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Honor your father and mother. You shall not kill.
Grandpa, that was your fault.
So I got a little carried away. You know, it's nice under here.
It's like a house.
Like the tent Moses built for God.
Tent? What exactly happened in the tent, Grandpa?
What happened? Everything happened. Because this was the place that God had chosen to be his house on earth. Here, all the people could learn the laws of how to live, all the ways of the Jewish people.
Written down in the Torah?
Yes, the Torah. It's the way to freedom in our hearts. He followed God for many years, and before he died, Moses was allowed one great, magnificent view of the Promised Land. For hundreds of years, there have been Passover meals all over the world.
Outside, all of you!
Jewish children have waited for the sun to go down and for this story to be told. And now, it is your turn to tell the same story as I have told it to you.